Welcome in everyone to Hideout. This is one of my favorite maps. It's a little bit clowny, a little bit closed off, but you can also do some pressure. Not too much feudal age pressure, but you can tower rush man-at-arms and catch people off guard. Opens things up for some surprise plays, but mostly you're looking at fast castles, unique units. Why are we casting this game? Well, this red player here, his name is Tim. I don't know a whole lot about Tim. Just know Tim used to be, about a decade ago, one of the best players in the game. And he doesn't play a whole lot anymore. Especially, I don't think he plays a whole lot of 1v1s. He might play some team games, doesn't play a whole lot of 1v1s. He's spelled 2K2 anyway. He's here playing up against MORG. Tim is the Ethiopian's very solid civ with the faster firing crossbows and Shotel warriors and the siege that can have a larger blast radius. I like this little trick. If you got a little one-tile hole in your wood line, you pop your villager on the inside and build a lumber camp. Over here, MORG, playing as the Bohemians. The Bohemians are one of the brand newer civs. Like, not quite brand new civs. One of the more new civs. Ethiopians are new as well since, the original game, but they're more like 2013-15 range. But MORG over here is playing as the Bohemians. Pretty solid civ on Hideout. Maybe one of the best on Hideout. One of the best arena civs. Also one of the best Hideout civs. It's a really good civilization. So I would give MORG the advantage in civilization. And it's a little hard to say who has a map advantage here. Both stone and gold are quite safe. The berries are quite exposed, so a tower rush could do some damage on the berries pretty directly. But the stone and gold are going to stay pretty safe. Whereas over here for MORG, you actually got a gold and berries pretty exposed, and a stone kind of exposed as well. But really, these things don't come into play that much. Tower rush here, though, would cut off this gold, and these berries. So you never know. You never know. You could see a tower rush there. It'd be pretty effective. Don't think that's what we're going to see. Both players gathering in food, pushing in the deer, bringing in the boar. Neither player has any idle TC time whatsoever. I'm curious about this. I always put my lumber camp in the corner, and these players have put it on a flat part. Now, MORG didn't have a choice, but I always put it in the corner because I figure it's efficient until the wood line is chopped in a circle like this, and then I have to replace it. Whereas this one, it's only this. You see, here you have all of these trees that as well. I just started doing the TC trick to shoot down boar, and I've already failed it once. Fortunately, it was on Bog Islands, and you have 3 boar, or whatever map it was. I had 3 boar. Had to be Bog Islands, and I was able to get the win anyway, which is really nice. Little scout fight, identical, but Tim's got to disengage or else he's going to lose, and Tim loses. Yep, Tim loses his scout. MORG still has his alive. That's a nice advantage. That often will bring on some tower rushing shenanigans or stuff like that. Tim is kind of preparing for that, though, building his buildings in a line back inside of his base, not on the outside. So I don't expect any tower rushing. If somebody was going to tower rush, well, if somebody was going to tower rush, it'd be Tim, because you'd go up on about 20 pop. 18's better, but 20. Yeah, we're getting tower rush out of Tim. Going to stone, building the militia, and he's going this way. Interesting. So what has he seen? Oh, his scout got stopped short. He doesn't see really anything. He knows it's not too far around that way. You'd want a tower rush here, but he doesn't see that. Now, does MORG know? MORG scout's coming out here, and we'll see what MORG scout can see here. If MORG sees things like this barracks, That'll give him a clue. That'll give him a hint. I don't think he's going to. He can't see the stone. I don't think he's going to see the barracks. And he might catch up with these militia, but it's going to take him a little while. I think he will catch it. Well, not before the tower rush comes in. 8 seconds. 8 seconds. And boom. Tower's coming down. Now I think MORG does spot that. Of course he does. But right. MORG does reach the castle age, sorry, the feudal age in enough time to get his own tower up. So he's going to be trying to hold Tim out of his base as much as possible. He's going to want to be adding some walls pretty directly up here, especially. These men-at-arms are going to be a problem. You could add a market here. I would add a market here. Okay, there's... And actually, Tim just says, I think you're going to hold me out on that one. I like the addition of stone walls. They're a lot tougher. And the stone gate behind here. Now, even stone gates, I think, are lacking the building armor until they're built. A change that was made to make quick gating not so powerful, because in the pros' hands, dropping quick gates, they can wall out paladins. Trying to raid their base is pretty effective. So let's see how fast this goes down. It does go down relatively fast. Now this is a problem. With fletching in, this stone mine is basically completely cut off. Another tower is going to be necessary for MORG, but he's pretty far away on the stone. This is going to be a problem for MORG because these guys are just about to break in. They're in. And this area is going to open itself right up. Another tower coming down. Tim putting the pressure on. MORG gonna be struggling. He does also have that stone there if he needs it. Does he know about that stone? Yes, he does. Okay. The initial defense looked really solid, but now things are getting a little dicey. There's no... He's just going to Castle Age. Just going to Castle Age. No military to try to stop this. And this is... Oh my goodness, man. What's he gonna do? He's got the stone now that he needs. These guys are about to break in. Okay, he's gonna wall to the town center again. There is nobody at the town center. He's gonna go up and knock that tower down. Villager, ooh, doesn't go down. Oh, MORG doesn't want to lose this one. I don't think there's a way to hold this up though, MORG. Now you're just losing villagers. MORG, one villager down, and Tim dropping another tower. I would make this closer, honestly. But I guess MORG is fine with losing everything basically here. He's trapped in this little corner of his base. He can move out here. But now another tower being added. Siege Workshop. So Castle Age, Siege Workshop being added. And this is awkward though. Tim is 7 villagers ahead because he hasn't researched the age ups and because he has killed 1 villager. Neither player has much idle time. Mangonel on the way out. And Tim really taking most of Morg's base away. This is dicey. Having to repair the mangonel with multiple villagers. Okay, he's going to push that tower back, getting another mangonel. I think he's going to push this all back. However, a stable is being added by Tim, who is still in the feudal age. Tim going to be adding a stable, going to be walling in the stone of Morg, which is smart. So I'm going to lose this position, but you're never really going to gain it back. Morg doesn't like that. Tries to stop it, but it's too late. He's not stopping it. Gonna continue pushing back the towers. Stable might make a scout, which would be awkward for Morg to deal with. Morg doesn't even have a barracks. Just now adding one. Probably sees the stable. Scorpion added, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, really. But Morg is pushing this back, for sure. Tim, though, on the way to the Castle Age, we'll see what the villager difference is. Probably won't be more than about 1 eco difference by the time they get there. Actually, maybe less. Tim has gotten wheelbarrow, Morg has not, so Morg will probably have the villager lead, but not the eco lead. These guys just chopping away at the walls with their swords, just for fun. Tim adding stables around. Morg going out to drop the town center. Tim adding a stable on it already. Gonna be monks. Fervor coming out to speed up those monks. Now the relic positions are, I would say, pretty even. Good mangonel shot. That's why the scorpion's here, but that seems a pretty big investment. Villagers gonna be converted in here. This tower's definitely getting denied. Tim, as the Ethiopians, has now built 2 stables, but is yet to use either of them. Morg just kills his own spearmen. Like, I don't like you. Tower going down, so 1 more tower remaining. But knights are going to be coming out of this stable, which is going to be a little awkward. I would... yeah, it's going to be a little awkward, but there's a monk there already. Like, why are you bringing knights out of a stable? Okay. The monk already there. You're gonna want like 5 knights before you even pop out because the monk is there. Siege is there. This is not worth it. You're gonna get 1 knight converted. Oh, I was gonna say that was about the. It's worth it. It's worth it to lose a knight for a mangonel, certainly. But not just lose it. To get it converted is worse than simply losing it. Mangonel coming out from Morg. Another monastery being added, so it's going to be a lot of monks. Monastery being added on the other side. Camels. I don't know why you're going camels against the Bohemians. Seems like an odd play to me. $51 to $45 eco in favor of Morg. You know how significant idle TC time, but does have 2 of them versus only 1 for Tim. But Tim is adding the second very soon. Will be up. Ah, now they're just doing the converting each other back and forth trick. Bohemians are a pretty solid monk civilization, though. I would take Bohemians in this little party definitely over the Ethiopians. Alright, and that mangonel gonna go down. Morg keeps his alive. Well done, and denies the tower. Castle coming down now for a Bohemian player. And that will end any thought of a tower. Another mangonel coming out, but it is a little behind. There are a lot of monks here. And I think if the Bohemians get their techs, it's a great mangonel shot from Morg. Tim bringing more villagers along. I'm really liking the Bohemians' position here. The Ethiopians unable to put on the pressure needed to break the Bohemians. It was pretty dicey when there were towers everywhere, but now the castle's up. No Hussite wagons probably going to be coming out because of the monks on the field. I think there's going to be a castle drop here for Tim, and yeah, certainly there is. It's an interesting idea. He must be pretty confident about getting to the Imperial Age faster. He didn't have Sanctity. What a mistake. You always have to have Sanctity, dude. Camels deleted, one converted. And this castle does go up. The question is who gets to the Imperial Age faster. And looking at the villagers gathering, that's definitely going to be Morg. And Morg can get bombard cannons immediately upon reaching the Imperial Age if he gets chemistry on the way up. And he doesn't have a university at the moment. But then again, he's not on the way up yet either. Okay, so breaking a hole in the wall, and the gates are on the way down. Yep, that's gonna do it. Unless he comes in here and drops another castle, which obviously can't. Here it comes with the knights, but gonna realize too late. Already walled up on the inside. Yep, and there are monks. There are monks. Might see a conversion here. Nope, no conversions. And the Hussite wagon is a good unit. Alright, look at these guys. 200 hit points. 17 attack on the first attack. The secondary attacks are a lot less. With that first attack, a lot of power in that attack. Imperial Age on the way for both players. About 35 seconds faster for our Bohemian player. So Tim did a good job getting up, but like I said, Morg able to get up faster. University's down. I'm gonna say chemistry gonna be coming in here pretty soon. Monks having to come back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Now after the first attack, the Hussite wagons don't have all that much attack. That's going to be 3 converted knights. Okay, 2 converted knights, but no monks go down for that, so that's a waste of knights there by Tim. And I think Tim, when he sees the Imperial Age, he's going to know that things aren't good, aren't what he wants. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to realize, this isn't great with chemistry. Chemistry is going to be pretty late here for Morg, but that's fine. It'll come in soon. You know, a lot faster than our Ethiopian players are allowed to get it, able to get it in. Now, I don't know why he's not bothering to get Sanctity. If you're gonna make all these monks get Sanctity, Trebuchet's on the way out. Both players now in the Imperial Age making trebuchets, but one is pretty much ready to go. Bombard cannons on the way out as well for Morg. Tim, he's going to be going into Cavalier as Ethiopians. What? I guess ARBs don't work. I would just maybe be heading straight into Onager. No, that doesn't work. There's bombard cannons. It's true. What do you do? Alright. What do you do? Elite Skirm is being teched into for Morg, and that's going to be a useless unit. He doesn't realize it's going to be Cavalier from his opponent. How could he? Like, who does Cavaliers? Bohemians? But... Or, yeah, as Ethiopians. That is what it's going to be. Third town center on the way for Tim. And... I think Tim is going to try to take this. He's too aggressive with this. There's still knights out here. Or, sorry, still monks. It's a lot of monks. Only going for 3-4 conversions. I think he's going to get those 4 conversions. He does. Loses a trebuchet. He's going to lose a bombard cannon. But he got so many cavalier. And he's going to get this castle down. He now has 4 cavalier. This castle's holding pretty well, though. And there's... It's heading back to try to take back the treb kills. But he's going to lose all those cavalier right back. He is going to get 1 trebuchet down. I think. No. Trebuchet stays up. The castle is down for Morg. It's going to have to be a lot of monks from Tim. Or, sorry, from Morg. As more Cavalier come charging in. And he's been making elite skirmishers, not a unit that's going to be helpful at all. Gonna just have to rely on conversions largely here and try to push this back with the bombard cannons, which he doesn't have. He's not making. He's struggling. He's getting illumination, which I don't know what monk techs do. I really don't. I have to read the descriptions every time, so I don't know what illumination's doing. And Tim is making this happen. I thought Tim was dead. I thought it was almost a GG position when Morg was ahead of him to the Imperial Age. I was very wrong. Another castle coming in. A lot of monasteries making monks. But you're gonna need more than monks eventually. And you're gonna see... This is desperate for Morg. It's just he's in a terrible position. Cavalier running into his exposed base. There's nothing back here to save all of these villagers. Morg gets the house down. Oh, wow. Wow. Emergency quick walls coming in just in time. The Hussite wagon's coming over, but you need the monks. You need the monks. Gonna be trying to quick wall this. Is he gonna be able to get it? Yeah. Yep, he has all of that quick walled. Gonna be exiting his base completely. His base is now this. It's tiny. Gonna be getting some conversions or pushing this cavalier away. Light cav now being teched into by our Ethiopian player to go up against our Bohemian player. Pretty good idea. Trebuchets are back firing upon the castle now. And this is a nice little army of 12 monks. So, I think is just enough firepower in this army to keep these monks alive. With the 5 hand cannons. And this castle probably goes down. No. There's only 1 treb out here firing on it. Now there's 2. The light cav come in. Try to snipe off the monks, but they're not able to do so. Here come the Cavalier. The Cavalier are going to get a lot of kills, but there's also going to be a lot of conversions. I don't know how this fight turns out. I don't know who wins in the end of this fight. And... more Cavalier on the side now of Morg than there are for Tim. But at the same time, Morg's army just about dead. It's just the converted Cavalier at this point. His trebuchets have gone down. The castle has continued to stay up for Tim. And Tim continues pushing in with units, and Morg continues to not have any units. Actually, Morg does have a bigger army right now, but he's losing the monks to the steady light cav stream. And eventually this means he's just got to... Without the monks, the Cavalier come back out. And, well, really, he's not making anything to combat. Oh, he deleted the wrong one. Realizes, fixes that. And, oh, there's a tower here. I was like, what is shooting out there? But GG called. Morg gives it up in the end. Well played to Tim. Tim makes it work with the tower rush. Military stats, you can see that KD. Very nice. Eco stats, you can see a bit of a lead there as well. Timings, really only the feudal time because of the strategy difference. But the villagers, in the end, Morg just wasn't able to keep up in the eco. Tim, now this, if you are not a fast player, Tim's got to be the slowest player at 2K2, other than John Slow, maybe. I don't know what level John Slow's at on Elo. 36 APM. 36. And he beats a guy playing at 70. APM's not what matters, guys. It is what you do with it. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. If not, that's fine. We'll see you in the next one.